How's it going, everyone? Justin Smith there, scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on our YouTube channel. The first thing I need you to do is hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the notification bell, be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. And I'm back with another breaking recruiting news video as the Crimson Tide just picked up a verbal commitment for 2023. Four-star defensive lineman Jordan Renaud out of Tyler Legacy High School in Texas. Renaud becomes the Crimson Tide's 22nd commit in the 2023 recruiting class, joining their impressive growing defensive line class, joining guys like Edric Hill, Hunter Osborne, Yanze Pierre, as the Crimson Tide continue to try to fill out the 2023 defensive line class as a whole. Renaud chose the Tide over the Oklahoma Sooners, and the Tide have been trending in Renaud's recruitment for several months, in my opinion, going back to when the Tide got him on campus for an official visit in June. After that official visit, he told me that he got a better perspective of what the Alabama football program as a whole is. Got an opportunity to spend multiple days around Alabama's coaching staff, including Nick Saban. He said walking away from that official visit, he felt he knew Nick Saban on a whole different level, and he said that he had a lot of respect for the program after that visit. Also went on to say that several programs since that visit were recruiting against Alabama, but he said in his mind they were basically recruiting for Alabama. So the Tide were trending from that point on, and I felt they immediately became the favorite after that official visit. Also said he felt Alabama's defensive line that's based on their production. He said he would be happy to join, and said it would be a great fit for him in the future. So he made that come to reality on today by picking the Crimson Tide over the Oklahoma Sooners. He is one of the more versatile defensive line prospects in the 2023 recruiting class. At 6'3" and 245 pounds, he has the potential to play all across a defensive front and even be an edge rusher at the next level. Just take a look at his build, his explosiveness, and his strength, and some of the other things that he brings to the table. He considers himself a Swiss Army knife. I am going to play a short of him talking about some of his skill set and what he brings to the table, just to give you guys some perspective of how talented he feels he is and how talented he is on the field as well.
I'm Jordan Renaud, 2023 D lineman, I-10 Tyler Legacy. I feel like I'm like a Swiss Army knife. I got so many things that I can do. I can play inside, I can play nose, I can play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So I can do everything on the line. So I feel like depending on if I gain weight, I'll be able to play anywhere. I am very mobile. Like my speed kill a lot of people, but I'm also powerful. So I have that duality of speed and power, and I can switch back and forth if needed.
Similar to our last couple of commitment videos, I do want to break down some of Renaud's film. As you guys can see, he can play with his hands in the ground in that 4-point stance as he explodes out of it. Look, as he got called for face mask, but you see that physicality, that quick jump off again, that quick jump off coming from a 4-point stance, being a relentless edge rusher on that particular play. Again, hand is in the ground basically as an inline defensive end. Look at that power, just power through that much bigger offensive lineman. So I think that is another thing that really stands out when you watch his film, his power, his ability to get to the football really quickly as well. Like I said, 6'3", 245 pounds. There's a lot to like about this kid. Once again, that power, pushing offensive linemen back, making the quarterback get outside the pocket because his offensive lineman is basically in his lap. So I really like this kid's power, that length, his ability to close on the football really quickly when he gets past the offensive lineman. So the Crimson Tide are getting a special defensive line prospect, in my opinion. And you guys see what he talked about in that short video, why he feels he's a versatile Swiss Army knife from a defensive line perspective. As you guys can see, he's basically a traditional defensive end, right? He's not rushing standing up, but that is something that he possibly could do with that frame at 6'3", 245 pounds. That's why I think this is a huge gift for Alabama. Once again, that power. I think he's consistently showing that power when we take a look at his huddle film, consistently pushing guys in the backfield, and also being able to sift through blocks and get to the ball carrier with decent closing speed. So the Crimson Tide have added Jordan Renaud to their class. Not done recruiting defensive linemen, of course, still going after guys like James Smith, Quay Rusaw, Keon Keeley, Damon Wilson, David Hicks Jr. We got an opportunity to see a lot of those guys so far this season by hitting the road. Be sure to check out our series called The Recruiting Trail on our YouTube page. I've had an opportunity to check out Keon Keeley, Quay Rusaw, James Smith, and others, so be sure to check out that series when you get an opportunity. But like I said consistently throughout this video, this is a huge get for Alabama as they try to fill out their 2023 defensive line class. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama.